Good morning students, how are you all? Good. Okay, we are discussing the lesson periodic classification of elements. No. Okay, in the last class we have discussed about the extractive metallurgy of iron. So in this lesson totally you are having three extraction of metals. One is aluminum and copper and finally iron. So in the last three classes we have discussed about the extractive metallurgy of aluminum, copper and iron. So So the next topic is corrosion. So here children, so in our day-to-day life situation, we are all crossing, we are all seeing the corrosion, corroded metal. So we are all familiar with the topic, no, isn't it? So we are all seen how the metal get corroded. So what will happen if the metal get corroded? So here we are going to deeply learn the content corrosion. So here the corrosion is the gradual destruction of metal by chemical or electrochemical reaction with the environment. So for example, if you put any metal into the environment, what will happen after some times that it get corroded. How you say that the metal get corroded? How you say? We can say by seeing the metal. So by seeing the metal, there is one formation of layer on the surface of it. Then only we concluded that this metal get corroded. Okay, so that is called corrosion. So corrosion is nothing but the gradual destruction of metal. So in our environment, a lot of gases are there. So in our air contains a mixture of gases, no, like this. So in our environment, lot of chemicals are there. So these chemicals will attack the metals. So this it will attack and get the metal get corroded. So it is called the corrosion. So corrosion is nothing but it is a gradual destruction. So the chemicals or the electrochemicals is not fastly or it reacts. So the reaction will be very slow. So it is a gradual destruction of the metal by the chemicals or the electrochemicals which is present in our environment. And this corrosion is a natural process. So we are not influencing or we are not creating the corrosion. So it is a natural process only. So if the metal get that means the metal get corroded, the metal convert it into its oxide or hydroxide or sulfide. That is, for example, we are taking iron. Okay, so iron is a metal, no. So if the iron get exposed or it reacted with any chemical which is present in our environment, what will happen? That is, the metal gets converted into metal oxide. Okay, that is only we are here saying. So if metal gets corroded, it converted into oxide, hydroxide or sulfide, okay, based on its the metallic characteristics. Okay, so next the rest is it is chemically called as hydrated ferric oxide. So the chemical name for the rust is it is a hydrated ferric oxide and its formula is Fe2O3.XH2O. Here the X no, which represents the number of water content. So here Fe2O3.XH2OX means number of water. So it is the chemical formula for the rust. So here now how will you learn if the metal get rusted? That is just by seeing the metal. If metal get corroded, there is a one layer is formed on the surface of the metal, no. So this layer is reddish brown color. So it is called as corrosion. So when a metal get corroded, the result will be the formation of a scaling reddish brown hydrated ferric oxide on the surface of the iron or the iron containing materials. Okay, so this is about corrosion. So simply we are know how the metal gets corroded, but here they are saying the chemical name of the rust and its chemical formula and how the metal is converted after corrosion. Okay, so and they define what is corrosion. So for this reason only they are saying. So the corrosion is the gradual destruction of metal by the chemical or electrochemical reaction. So our next topic is types of corrosion. So first we learned what is corrosion and how corrosion is happen. So if a metal get corroded, what will happen, how the metal is converted, so what is the chemical name of the rust and what is its chemical formula. So these are all the concepts we have learned in the corrosion. Okay, so now we are going to learn the types of corrosion. So usually corrosion are classified into two types. Okay, so the one is dry corrosion and the another one is wet corrosion. So see the name, that is dry corrosion and wet corrosion. So dry means without water, so wet means water. Okay, so just combine the just imagine. So what is the concept? Okay, so this dry corrosion is another name is chemical corrosion. So now listen, the dry corrosion is nothing but the corrosion action in the absence of moisture is called a dry corrosion. So I told you, no, so absence of moisture, so dry means absence of water, so absence of moisture means absence of water, that is without water. If a metal get corroded in the absence of water, okay, so this type of corrosion is called dry corrosion. So and it is the process of a chemical attack on a metal by a corrosive liquids or gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, so sulfide. Okay, so these are all the gases which attack the metal, and it is a chemical attack. Okay, so in this dry corrosion occurs at a high temperature only. So when there is a high temperature and there is no there is a absence of moisture content, there only this dry corrosion occur. Okay, so here this nitrogen and oxygen gases are there, no, so these are all the gases is the most reactive gas, that is oxygen. Oxygen is the most reactive gas to put the chemical attack. So this is about the dry corrosion. So dry corrosion is simply saying is it is this corrosion is the occurs when there is a absence of moisture is called dry corrosion, and it occurs only in the high temperature. Okay, so this is about dry corrosion, and the another type is wet corrosion. So this wet corrosion is also known as electrochemical corrosion. So the another name for the wet corrosion is electrochemical corrosion. See, it is just opposite to the dry corrosion. So dry corrosion occurs in the absence of moisture, no, so wet corrosion is occurs in the presence of moisture. So it is the difference between the dry corrosion and the wet corrosion. So wet corrosion occurs in the presence of moisture is the wet corrosion. So see, it occurs as a result of electrochemical reaction of metal with water or aqueous solution of salt or acids or bases. So it occurs as a result of the electrochemical reaction. Okay, so if a metal get reacted with water or aqueous solution or salt or acid or bases, so if a metal get reacted with these things, it results in the electrochemical reaction, then only the wet corrosion will occur. Okay, so this is about the wet corrosion. So first, the type of corrosion is dry corrosion and wet corrosion. Dry corrosion is also known as chemical corrosion, and the wet corrosion is also known as electrochemical reaction. So the dry corrosion occurs in the absence of moisture, whereas wet corrosion occurs in the presence of moisture. Okay, so this is the main difference between the types of corrosion. So our next topic is method of preventing corrosion. So in the last two topics we have seen the corrosion, types of corrosion. So now what is the method of preventing corrosion? So if a metal get reacted, what is the next step? So we have to prevent the corrosion. So what are the methods are there? So this is only we are going to learn in this content. So first method is alloying. So I have already told, so alloying is homogeneous mixture. Okay, alloying is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals only. So the first method is alloying. So the metal, if the metal can be alloyed to prevent the corrosion of process of corrosion, for example stainless steel. So the first one is alloying. Next, the second method is surface coating. So here surface coating is nothing but there is a coating of one layer or in the surface of the metals. Okay, this is the surface coating. Why we have to coat the metal? For protecting the metal from the corrosion. Okay, so in this there are so many types are there. So one is galvanization, electroplating, anodizing, and finally cathodic corrosion. So there are four types are four types in the surface coating. So I repeat, the first one is galvanization, second one is electroplating, third one is anodizing, and fourth one is cathodic protection. Okay, so first we are going to learn about the galvanization. So the galvanization is the process of coating zinc on iron sheet by using electric current. So by using the electric current, first it is the process, okay, it is the process of coating zinc by using electric current on the iron sheet. It is called galvanization. And the second step is electroplating. So electroplating, so it is a method of coating one metal over another metal by passing electric current. So the first two steps are which uses electric current. So the first step is the coating zinc on the iron sheet by using electric current is called galvanization. So electroplating is the method of coating one metal over the another metal. Here also they are using electric current. So it is the electroplating method. Okay, so the third method is anodizing. So anodizing is, so it is an electrochemical process, that is here chemical and the current are react together. Okay, so it is an electrochemical process. In this process, the surface of the metal which converted into a decorative, durable and corrosion resistant metal. Okay, so here in this process we are using aluminum. So widely we are using aluminum for anodizing process. So simply anodizing process is nothing but it is electrochemical process. So if a metal get that is, it converts the metal surface into decorative, durable and corrosion resistant. Okay, it is about the anodizing method. So the last method is cathodic protection. So it is a method, so it is also a method for controlling corrosion of a metal surface. So it is the method of controlling corrosion of a metal surface. Protected is coated with the metal with a easily corrodable. So the easily corrodable metal is called sacrificial metal, and this acts as an anode ensuring cathodic protection. So it is the method of controlling corrosion of a metal surface which is protected with the metal is easily corrodable. So such metals are easily corrodable. So this kind of metals are called sacrificial metal, and these kinds of metals are act as a cathodic protection. So these are all the methods for preventing corrosion. So there are two main steps are there. One is alloying and the another one is surface coating. So we all know what is alloy. The second one is surface coating. So in the surface coating there are four steps are there. One is galvanization, second one is electroplating, third one is anodizing, third one is cathodic protection. So these are all the methods for preventing corrosion. So next we are going to learn about the Pamban Bridge. So this is the last topic in this lesson. Okay, so Pamban Bridge, so we all know that. Okay, so it is a railway bridge which connects the town of Rameshwaram on Pamban Island to the mainland of the India. So we all know the Pamban Bridge is one of the most popular railway bridge, isn't it? Okay, so it connects the mainland of the India and the Rameshwaram. Okay, it is on the Pamban Island. Okay, so this Pamban Bridge was first opened in the year 1914. So it was the India's first sea bridge. So it was considered as the India's first railway bridge until the opening of the Bandroli Sea Link in. Okay, so this Bandroli Sea Link bridge is opened in the year 2010. Before that, Pamban Bridge is only considered as the first sea bridge in India. Okay, so here we can control the corrosion and renovation of historical Pamban Bridge by a periodical protective coating, which will be strong example for applied chemistry to uphold our history. So this Pamban Bridge, no, it is one of the historical Pamban Bridge, because we can control the corrosion and renovation of the Pamban Bridge. So it is about the Pamban Bridge. Okay children, so this is for your today's class, and this is the last part in this lesson, that is periodic classification of elements. So in this lesson we have learned about some elements and modern periodic law, modern periodic table. So in this we have also learned the features of periods and groups, and then there are some periodic trends and properties we learned. So in this atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity we learned, and then metallurgy, what is metallurgy and what are the terminology are involved in the metallurgy. Next we have learned the types of separation or concentration of an ore. In that there are 4 methods are there. One is hydraulic method, and then magnetic method, fourth flotation method, and finally chemical methods. And then we also learned the types of ores and their chemical formulas, and properties of metals, that is physical properties and chemical properties, and also we learned the extractive metallurgy of aluminum, copper and iron. In that we learned the ores of these aluminum, copper and iron. Next we have learned the steps, what are the steps which are involved in the conversion of ore into metals. Okay, so these are all the concepts we have learned. And finally we have learned about the alloys, and in that types of alloys, methods of making alloys, reasons for alloying, and then corrosion, types of corrosion, method of preventing corrosion, and finally Pamban Bridge. So this is about the these are all the topics we have learned, we have covered in this lesson. Okay, so I hope you all understood the topic very well. So thank you.